What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society and welcome reality. Guys, today we have Q&AF. This is where you get to submit the questions, and I give you the answers. There's a couple of ways that you could submit your questions. First off, you can email them.
Guys, email those questions into askandy@andyfrisella.com.
Or you could drop them in the comment sections under the YouTube episode, the Q&A YouTube episodes. A lot of you guys still aren't checking out the YouTubes. A lot of people are liking them. A lot of people are checking them out. But if you drop your comments on the show in there, we'll pull some from there as well. Now, if this is your first time listening, we do a number of different formats on the show. Today is a user-submitted question and answer type format. By the way, the questions could be about anything. Personal development, how to win, business, entrepreneurship, what's going on in the world, what do I think of this or that, really anything you want, okay? So there's no limitations to the questions that I'll answer. But other times you'll have CTI. CTI stands for Cruise the Internet. That is our society current event show where we put up headlines over here on the screen. We analyze them. We talk about them. We talk about what might be true, what might not be true. And then we have a few laughs making fun of these dumb motherfuckers. Other times we have Real Talk. Real Talk is just 5 to 20 minutes of me just giving you some shit that I think everybody needs to hear. I do so from the place of trying to help. And then we have Full Length. And Full Length is, a full-length episode. It's what you see on most every other podcast where it's a few people sitting around having a conversation, and that's what we do here. Now, something about this show that we've always done is we don't run ads on the show, okay? I don't fill your ears with 20 minutes worth of ads so I can make some more money. I have my own businesses I do very well, and I don't like you guys questioning whether or not what I'm saying I'm being told to say or not. I try to keep the show as authentic as possible. So I don't really work with anybody. And that may change. Maybe somebody comes along that I like to work with. I don't know. But for right now, I don't do that. And in exchange for that, I ask that you share the show. So if you find value in the show, if the show helps you, if it gives you some good tips, if it made you think, if it made you more aware, if it gave you a new perspective, if you thought it was good, if it entertained you, just please share the show. That's all we ask. A show only grows if you share it. We've grown a very, very large show doing it that way. And if we don't do a good job, don't share the fucking show. It's that simple. So with that being said, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Fucking Keith got me over here doing the cha-cha slide and shit.
What do you mean?
Because he texted me like, hey, scoot to your right. I'm like, fuck, I thought I was in. Like, all right, to your left now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, you don't have the cameras like on a little remote control? I thought we were like high tech, bro. Don't they make like a little servo system that can aim them? We need to get something like
what the fuck, Keith? I'm on cha-cha real slow. No, I was going to ask you though, because somebody had actually wrote in a Q&A question about the advertisement scope. Yeah. Right. And they're like, man, like, you would think that Andy would have some products or services or companies that he does support. And like, I'm like, there's a difference between a shameless plug and then being controlled by or having your narrative completely controlled or having somebody else's input in. Mm-hmm. You do shameless plugs all the time, and that's fine. But nobody's forcing you to do that, right?
Well, I mean, I plug my own shit.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, why the fuck would I not talk about the amazing...
Well, that's the thing. They got to be undeniably
great. Amazingly refreshing. In fact...
Ew, hold on. Yeah.
In fact...
What you got there?
Now, I know we just said we didn't run ads on the show.
Right.
This is definitely not an ad.
Right.
It's not an ad. But why wouldn't I talk about this amazing Orange Sunrise First Form energy drink? Mm-hmm. Makes you feel good, tastes good, makes your other things do good.
Yeah, right. We need somebody to come on with that voice, reading the fine print real quick.
See that? Motherfucker should be paying me for ads. I'm so fucking good at it. All right.
But yeah, like shameless plugs are cool.
Yeah. As long as there's no shame.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Shameful plugs.
That's different.
We try to stay away from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, look, man, I've turned down many offers, bro. I've turned down many 7-figure offers.
What's the biggest one? What's the craziest one?
Well, I don't want to say the company, but I got an advertisement for, I've had 2 7-figure offers early in the MFCEO project. One was for shoes I don't wear.
Okay.
And one was for whiskey I don't drink. and I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I can't rep shit that I don't use. People know me.
Yeah, that's real.
Like they know the fucking shoes I wear. They know the fucking whiskey I drank when I drank whiskey. I haven't drank whiskey since 2018, but I can't do that. It's not in me to do that. I can't rep shit that I don't fucking believe in.
You see a lot of those NCAA athletes doing that.
Yeah.
Like they jump to these
deals.
They jump to these deals and it's like, bro, you don't even use that shit. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and what they don't realize is that by doing that, you're discrediting your future brand. So what you're doing by repping shit that is not something that you truly believe in is that you are discrediting yourself, to the future consumers, because they're going to see you jump from this to that to this to that.
Right.
All right. And we see this in the influencer marketing game, right? Like we see influencers who will jump from brand to brand to brand, back to this brand to this brand. Oh, and what they don't realize they're actually doing is that they're discrediting their own word with their consumer. So it's just as important for an influencer to stay with a brand as it is for a brand to stay with an influencer. They need each other.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of people ruin their credibility by being someone who, signs a year deal, then the next year they go over here and the next year they go over there. And what you're showing your customer is that you're for sale, your words for sale, your recommendations for sale, and you're teaching them that they shouldn't listen to you.
Yeah.
And it's something that a lot of these NIL athletes and internet influencers should really think about, because the only thing that you ultimately have and the only way you're able to make money doing these things is if people believe what the fuck you say. So, you have to be careful about that. And a lot of influencers just it goes completely over their head.
Yeah, well, I commit because, like, bro, nobody's telling them that. Like, nobody's having that conversation.
Well, no shit. But a lot of them don't listen when you do tell them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, they know better.
I'll show you.
Yeah, right. And it's like, okay, well, we'll see where we're at in 5 years. I'm thinking 5 years down, 10 years down the road for you. You're thinking fucking 3 months. So, if you're an influencer, which everybody is at this point in time, at some level, you should be very discerning about what brands you work with, and you should be committed to working with those brands for a long term, because the minute you switch, now you might be able to switch once, okay, but the minute you start that game of going from here to here to here to here to here, now you're someone that people won't buy from. Yeah. And then people are confused. They're like, well, I'm not able to sell as much as I used to. Well, yeah, bro, because you fucking violated all the trust that you had with your community, and they know that you're just saying the shit because you're getting paid. And that's not good.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's important for the NIL kids to really understand that shit. Like, you guys who are college athletes that are listening to this show, you have a lot of people out there, a lot of boosters offering you these NIL deals and shit. You should be very discerning about which ones you take, and you should think long-term, not short-term, because the truth of the matter is you're only going to play sports if you're great, for 10 years.
Max. Yeah.
If you're great. I mean,
and
if you're a Hall of Famer, you might get to play 15 years, or, 20 years, like Tom Brady, something, but like the likelihood is you ain't that great. Okay. That's just the data. That's the stats. All right. And I'm, feel free to take my words and shove them down my throat. Okay.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it. I'd be happy for you.
I'll shake your hand.
Yeah. But I'm just telling you the reality. Yeah. And so you have to think long-term. What are you going to do post sports? What are you going to do after sports? And aren't you still going to want to have a solid word with your customer base so that you can continue to do whatever it is that you do and profit from it?
Yeah, it's real. So
it's, I see a lot of that, dude. I'm happy that these guys in the NIL can make some money. I think it's great I think it's fair. I think they should be allowed to, sure. The way that the NCAA has been historically is fucking super bullshit. These colleges are making fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars off these fucking athletes, and they don't get shit. But I still don't even think the NIL system is the right way. I think the system should be, they should get paid, but it should go into some sort of annuity that they can utilize or pay out over time once they're even done with that college career.
Yeah.
Because what we see now is we see a lot of kids in college atmospheres getting too wrapped up becoming an influencer with the NIL deals and not enough on their game.
Yeah, sorry, coach, I can't come to practice.
That's what I'm
shoot this fucking Head and Shoulders video.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is like your game is the part that pays the bills, bro. Like if the NIL deal is cool. I'm happy for you, but bro, you got to put that aside. And if we could take the money and put it in an annuity that they get later, they would focus more on their game. Now I know a lot of these guys are like, fuck that, dude. I want this now. Hey, look, man, I'm just trying to be a good big brother to you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll thank me later.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's like a little extra sauce for people right there.
Yeah. There we go.
Extra sauce. But I got some good ones for you.
All right. I knew you did.
Some good ones.
Yeah.
Let's knock these out. Andy, question number one. First of all, how you feeling? You all good? It's been a minute.
Feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was able to complete a whole day of like my 75 hard requirements. I obviously failed this round. And for those of you that don't know, I was fucking knocked the fuck down for a week, like the sickest I've ever been as an adult. So I'm very frustrated that I failed that program, because out of all the times I've done 75 hard, that was I had put the most intent into this round. And I'm going to go ahead and, pick up where I left off and execute the rest of the days till I finish, because I have a trip planned for the end of right after that when I finish. So I'm not going to start over. But I am going to start over right when I get back from that trip. So that's where I'm at. Yeah. But I'm going to execute my finish day was February 10th, and I'm going to execute every day from here on out to the best of my ability, and just, do what the fuck I set out to do. Yeah. I know that's outside the regular rules. You're supposed to start out on day one. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I haven't been on a trip in fucking 11 years. So I'm going on the fucking trip.
Yeah.
And whatever the fuck you want to chatter about it, it is what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. It was good to see you, man. Good to see you moving around.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, dude. Laying around like that isn't good for anybody. Bro.
No.
Fuck.
No.
Causes me so much anxiety and depression, and like just like you feel lonely. Like it's just fucking
I think there's a universal signal you're sending out saying I'm accepting this sickness and weakness. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I know this, that I'm glad to be fucking moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into these questions.
Yeah.
Andy, question number one. Okay. In the winning / success equation, okay, what percentage should we leave to chance or fate or God or the universe? Your thoughts on that?
As little as possible. I mean, look, dude, some of you motherfuckers just don't fucking get it. All right. I'm gonna be real with you. You think this is a fucking easy thing to do. You think that you have like time. You think you have the time to take it easy. You think you could fucking coast through and you're still going to get where the fuck you go. And this is why nothing ever happens for you. Okay. The question that was asked right there shows me that you don't fucking get it. Okay. Is God a factor? Is chance a factor? Can luck be a factor? Absolutely. It can be. But the minute you fucking think that you're going to rely on that to get you across the line, you're a fucking loser. You're going to lose. All right. So you need to understand that even the fucking shitty business that you see out there that you say, oh, that's a shitty business. Those motherfuckers are 1,000 times better than you already. Those people are working hard as fuck. Those people have done things that you're not willing to do, and they're doing things that you aren't willing to do every single day to run that little shitty business that you think is shitty. Okay? You're so far off the fucking path, you don't understand what the fuck it actually takes. It fucking takes everything. And any motherfucker on the internet that tells you that doesn't, I can promise you they haven't built shit worth fucking admiring. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
If you have people out there telling you, oh, take it easy, oh, blah, 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 look what they built. Just look. It ain't nothing. Okay? So you need to come to terms with the understanding that the job here to become successful, to win, is to control every single fucking element that you have that can possibly be controlled, which, by the way, is a hell of a lot more than you think. All right? You can control so much in your life to create so much positive momentum, and most people can't even understand it because they're too busy waiting around to get lucky. All right? The reason I don't talk about luck, does luck exist? Of course it exists. Do I fucking talk about it? No. The reason I don't talk about it is because it's not something I rely on. It's not something I count on. If it shows up, fucking cool. I'm going to laugh. I'm like, man, I fucking got lucky there. But here's the reality. The minute I start saying luck is an actual part of the deal, is the minute that half the people out here start sitting around, they say, see, he got fucking lucky. See that guy, he got lucky. I don't get lucky. And you all fucking go and live your loser fucking lives. Okay, so I'm trying to protect you from your own fucking stupid ass thinking. So here's the reality. You control what you put in your brain. You control what kind of exercise you do. You control what you put in your mouth. You control how you treat people. You control the personal development that you commit to. You control the actions that you take day in and day out. You control all of these things that you choose not to control, and you say, oh, it's just up to God. It is up to God. But God doesn't reward motherfuckers that sit on their ass. I can promise you that. And it's biblical, and it talks about it in the Bible. All right? So I hate questions like that because it shows that that person is literally waiting around for something to happen for them to get where they're wanting to go, and that person will lose their entire life, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period.
Bro.
If you fucking wait around for the stars to align or for God to reach down and help you or for the fucking Lucky Charms dude to come hit you on the head and make you lucky, you're a fucking loser and you will lose forever. You will lose forever. Okay? Nobody that's built anything that you want to build lives like that. They live with urgency every single day. They execute every single day. They execute when they don't fucking feel like it. Do you think I really fucking feel like being here right now? I've been sick for a week and a half in fucking bed. I do not fucking feel like being here right now. But guess what? I'm fucking here. Okay? That's what the fuck it takes, bro. And that's reality. And people are confused by this. The success has become such a there's so many people on the internet pretending to be successful, okay? Talking about shit that's bullshit, lying about their own success, pretending to be some sort of coach that people have they now think this is just like the diet pill situation with weight loss, okay? Yeah. For 20 fucking years, they ran these commercials. And I actually just heard one from another company here in St. Louis. You don't have to do any work and you don't have to go on a diet. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. Just take this pill. Okay. That was the marketing for fucking 30 years in the diet industry. All right. And you know what happened? It ruined millions of people. And here's why. Because people who are overweight, who don't understand and aren't told the truth that it's actually going to take some fucking discomfort. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to learn some discipline and these actual truths to getting in shape. What they do is they will go from pill to pill to pill to pill to pill. And when none of them worked, you know who they blamed? They blamed themselves. They say, well, fuck, I guess I just don't have it. I guess I don't have what it takes to lose weight. I guess I'm just a fat fuck. And people give up. Okay? And so when it comes to success, that same thing is happening right now in the success landscape. You have a bunch of fucking idiots who got an Instagram account who haven't built shit, talking about all this shit that they haven't done, telling these people that they're ultra successful when they're not, okay? And what's happening is these people are seeing this, and they're seeing these young people do this, and they're seeing this guy do this, and they're seeing this girl do this, and they're seeing this person do this. And what ends up happening is because they don't realize that these people are 98% full of shit, they start to blame themselves as to why it's not happening for them. Okay. And what ends up happening is because they didn't accept the mindset of aggressive patience where you have to fucking work hard every motherfucking day and it's still going to take you 5-10 years minimum. All right. Instead of accepting that and understanding that, instead of understanding how important discipline is to accomplishing these personal goals and professional goals in your life, instead of working to cultivate discipline and suffering so that you can have this skill set intentionally, what ends up happening is they end up giving up. And they give up because nobody's telling them the truth of what it actually fucking takes. They're making it seem like it's fucking easy, work from home and sit on my ass 7 hours a day, fucking just run this internet program that I made and you'll make millions of dollars in 12 fucking days. Like, bro, that shit ruins people because it's teaching people that they are the problem versus making them understand what they have to become to actually be who they want to be.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a fucking bullshit way to be. If you're a coach and you do that, fuck you, because you're ruining people. You're ruining people. Okay? The truth of the matter is this. It's hard. It takes a long fucking time. You're going to have to show up when you don't fucking feel like it. And you're going to have to do that for fucking years. That's reality. You're going to fall on your face in front of all your friends and family. You're going to look like a fucking idiot. You're going to be embarrassed. But if you're smart, you'll learn how to not do that more than once or twice. And if you have the fortitude to continue to move down the path, you will start to learn, understand how this works. But the reality of it is that most of the shit is just marketing for people who are trying to take your money and get you to believe that you can be fucking rich in 12 fucking days when you can't. There's no fucking way. All right? And you guys can fucking hammer it out in the comments and think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but let's go compare my results to their results. And I'm perfectly confident with that, with fucking anybody on the internet. Okay? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is hard as fuck. I'm pretty seasoned entrepreneur. I've been doing it 24 years, day in and day out. It's hard as fuck for me, man. I have days where I want to quit. In fact, today I wanted to quit. All right? Today, and you can vouch for this, did I not cancel the recordings earlier today?
Recordings were canceled at what, like 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened?
10:30.
I got my fucking ass up and I fucking came here and I said, fuck that. I'm not going to be a fucking bitch and I'm not letting these guys down. I'm here today because I'm not letting you motherfuckers down. And that's the attitude you have to win. Okay? So you can listen to all these motherfuckers. You can fucking keep believing that there's a fucking diet pill that's going to make you lose 1,000 pounds in a fucking day. Okay? But I can promise you, at the end of this whole journey that you're going to go on to prove me wrong, you're going to be in the exact same place or worse. And that goes with every single person out there trying to build something. You're better off committing to building yourself into a fucking machine, okay, of execution. Someone who has strong levels of discipline. This is why I created the fucking Live Hard program and the 75 Hard program. It's because when you create the discipline and you create the ability to endure and you learn these things about yourself and you build your confidence up, now you're the person who can go execute for the next 5 years, day in and day out, when every other motherfucker is out there looking at the fucking 19-year-old life coach lying his ass off about what the fuck he's done.
Yeah.
Okay? It puts you at an extreme advantage. And here's the thing. You are in control of this 100%. You are in control of it. There's no fucking magic. There's no luck to the work you put into yourself. It's a fucking grind. You're going to be uncomfortable, but if you push through, you'll become someone that can do things that other people can't. And that's what you have to become to build anything that you would admire as relevant. That's the reality. So let's talk about the God aspect of it. Okay? I believe in God, but here's what I also believe. And it's written in the Bible that God does not reward people who are lazy. He rewards people who work. He rewards people who treat people good. He rewards people who make the effort to be better every single day. Says so in the fucking Bible, bro. You haven't read it, so you don't know.
Right.
Okay? But here's the reality. People think that prayer doesn't work and that God doesn't work. No, dude. You're not doing your part.
Yeah, there's another half of that equation.
Yes, you're not doing your part.
Yeah.
You have to do your part. You should look at it like a 50% deal. Like, I'm going to pray. I'm going to hope that and I'm going to do all these things to do the best I can, be the best kind of person I can. And hopefully God will give me a little help. And that's the way that I've found it to work over the course of my life. All right. When I sat around and I was lazy as fuck, guess what? Nothing happened. Doesn't matter how hard I prayed. But I tell you what, whenever I was praying and I was doing everything I can do, things went a little faster than they did without it.
Yeah.
So that's the point. You know, you guys, a lot of people will hide behind God. Mm-hmm. They will say, oh, you know what? God wants me to be meek, humble, and this little bitty version of myself. Bro, ask yourself this. What do you want for your own kids? What do you want? Do you want your kids to be poor, broke, stupid, lazy, and then hide and say, oh, I'm just humble? Or do you want your kids to go out, accept that they have this ability to work very hard and improve themselves, and along the way, lift other people up to improve themselves? What would make you more proud as a parent? That's how God thinks about it too. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion.
No.
So this ain't fucking easy. There's nothing easy about what we're talking about here. It's hard, and it's hard for everybody. And it's anybody out there pretending that it isn't hard is just pretending to be so skilled that it's easy for them so that they will take your money. I'm telling you right here, compare my shit to any one of those motherfuckers. I'm telling you it's hard. And it's hard for me. It's hard every motherfucking day. It never gets easier. The only way it gets easier is when you get better skills.
Love it, man. Love it. Andy, question number 2. Let's build off of that, okay? So this person he wants to become an entrepreneur, okay? The question is, Andy, if I'm going to start a business today, okay, outside of hard work, discipline, those things, what are some fundamental foundation blocks that I need to know up front before I even get started?
There aren't any. You need to get started.
Hmm.
Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to sit there and I'm going to tell you the foundational blocks. And then you're going to think there's more foundational blocks that I didn't tell you. Okay. And then you're going to go read some more shit and you're going to go listen. You know, Andy said it's only this and this and this. Well, what does Ed think? What does Gary think? What does so-and-so think?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you're going to go around, you're going to keep searching for this perfect little plan that doesn't exist. Okay. So here's my suggestion. Start and then figure out what the foundation is for yourself. But here's what I will tell you. I'll give you a fucking free hack. Learn to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Build discipline, build fortitude, build grit, build the ability to endure, build confidence, build self-esteem. 75 hard and live hard. Okay. That's a shameless plug right there, bro. But the only reason it's shameless is because that's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
You can go much further with those skills than you can without them. Second thing that you should do, you should go back and listen to my last Q&AF where I talked about what I did to become able to build relationships with people I didn't know. Mm-hmm. How did I get comfortable being an extrovert? Combine those 2 foundational blocks, motherfucker, and you got everything you need.
Merry Christmas.
All right?
Yeah.
And you don't even need those because I didn't have them when I started. Those are things I learned at 15, 16, 17 years in.
Yeah.
All right? So there's no excuse for you to not start. There's been lots of people that are just as uneducated and unaware as you that have started and become everything that they dreamed of becoming, because entrepreneurship is not about having the fucking plan. It's about figuring it out as you go. And most people want to have the plan. They want to know every detail. They want to know what it's going to take. They want to know how many hours a day it's going to take. They want to know what money, motherfucker, it's going to take everything. It's going to take everything. So just understand it's going to take everything you fucking got for as long as you're in it, and understand that's what you're signing up for. And if you understand that, you'll be successful. If you think anything less than that, you won't be. You'll get crushed because there's enough people in the game, whatever path you choose, whatever industry you decide to get into, there's enough people in those industries, in those games that are giving everything. I give everything, bro. I'm in this is my 24th year. I give fucking everything. Okay? If you're not willing to give that, how can you compete when there's people like that in every industry? And by the way, in my industry, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't the only one.
Yeah.
And that's the same for every industry. It's everything, dude.
Let me ask you this. Have you found that
entrepreneurship is not a fucking job?
Yeah.
It's not a fucking job. It's a fucking complete lifestyle. It's all the time. Everywhere you go. You're never off. You never clock out. There is no. You could go on vacation and you're going to see someone who recognizes you or knows you, and you're going to have to do business. It never ends. It's a full commitment. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, can we just get rid of this notion now? Have you found that 24 years in, you're giving more now than you did?
No question.
24 years ago.
No question. And you know why I give more now and why I progressively gave more? Because my purpose is no longer myself. When your purpose is other people and bigger causes, you give more. When your purpose is yourself, you give less. Okay? So I've figured out, just like I said a minute ago, the reason I'm here today is not for me. Okay? I don't have to fucking continue to do any of the shit that I do.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I'm here today is because I owe it to you 5 dudes sitting right here who work their ass off every motherfucking day to come in and produce this show and put it out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if I was doing it for me, I would say, fuck that. I don't fucking care. I'm going to stay at home today.
You don't need it. Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's, and the other thing is, the other reason I go harder now is because I understand the game so well and how it works. I know that if I If I could put a little more in, I know what I'm going to get out on the backside. So it gets me excited too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
But dude, it's never easy. It's never fucking easy. Like, dude, I couldn't tell you the last day I had that was easy. Like, it's not, and I'm not just saying that to like sound tough or whatever. Bro, I'm a fucking pussy, bro. Okay? Like, let's be real. I'm not a fucking Goggins. I'm not fucking Jocko. I didn't fucking go do this shit. The reason I got to do live hard and 75 hard every day, all the time and consistently throughout my life is because I'm not that tough. I have to work hard. I have to give what the fuck I have. Okay? Like that's me being aware of my skill set and understanding what I have to do to play on the level that I'm on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's required.
Yeah, it's required shit. Like I'm competing against every single day motherfuckers that are much smarter than me, that are more well-funded than me. You know, like when I look at my competition, I'm looking at fucking Nike, bro. I'm not like you guys all think, oh, the First Form's the biggest. No, motherfucker, we haven't done shit yet. Like, that's not how I look at it. I look at it like, fuck, dude, we're like a booger on their fucking nose. We got a long way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So there's no like,
like I'm not like,
people think when I say this shit that I'm being some sort of tough guy. I'm not bro. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what the fuck it takes. That's the truth. Unless you have a bunch of gifts that I don't have, which you may, but I didn't have them. I'm just telling you what it took for me. And you guys can fucking judge that however the fuck you want. You know, I see comments sometimes, this guy fucking thinks he's a bad. No, actually, the reason that I do all this shit is because I know I'm not a badass. Get it?
Right.
Like, that's why the fuck I do it. If I thought I was so fucking badass, why the fuck would I do it?
Exactly. I love it, man.
It's a necessity, bro. It's required work for me, somebody who doesn't really possess anything special, to operate on the level that I'm at. That's what it takes. I assume that most of you are similar to me. You probably come from regular places. You probably come from regular families. You probably have fucked up shit happen to you in your life. You probably fucking struggle with most everything. That's the kind of person I am. I'm not a fucking quote unquote gifted winner. Like my winning has come from me having to fucking get my ass beat and learn enough and then constantly make the commitment into getting better every single day, you know, over the course of decades.
Yeah.
So like, that's why I get so irritated, dude, when I talk. Cause it's like, motherfucker, I know what you can do.
Yeah.
You know how I know what you could do? Because I was just like you and I fucking did it. So it's not like this tough guy shit. It's just, I'm trying to tell you and shake you and say, hey, motherfucker, quit looking for that fucking easy route and just accept this route, because this is the short route. This is the route that's going to get you there the fastest.
It's kind of funny because when you were saying that, I was thinking about that quote. You know, people say like, oh, I was just too stupid to quit.
That's it. that was it. Yeah. Well, dude, for me, it wasn't stupidity. It was I didn't have other options. Okay. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I was stupid, but I'm just saying, like, eventually in business, you like, even today, bro, that still drives me. Like, that mentality of zero option mentality. Like, I don't have a choice, bro.
Yeah.
Because I know that if everything crumbles, I don't have anything to fall back on. Now that's a lie now, right? Like, if everything fucking went away, I have the skills to rebuild shit. I can rebuild it, and I can rebuild multiple different things any way I wanted to.
Yeah.
But the point is I keep it in me on purpose, because it keeps me moving and it keeps me driven and it keeps me effective. And, you know, I think that you guys just need to quit looking for these fucking shortcuts, bro, and realize that the shortest shortcut is you investing in your discipline, investing in your people skills, getting fucking started, and then figuring it out on the way. That's how the fuck you do it.
Yeah.
You know, analyzing for the proper schematics
trajectory.
Like, and then let me compare what so-and-so said to so-and-so and so-and-so. Bro, the reason that everybody has different things to say is because there's so many different ways to fucking get it done. But they all require the same shit.
You gotta get it done.
Yeah, they require you moving and doing shit.
Yeah, that's real, man. Well, guys, Andy, our third and final question. Question number 3. Andy, I am 37 years old, and I literally have no real friends that I can relate with. As a child, I moved around a lot, so I never really made great friendships growing up. Now, as an adult, I struggle with making friendships. I've spent the last 7 years pouring into my personal development, and I feel like I've reinvented myself and would like to go out and meet like-minded people, but I don't know where to really start. How would I go about finding like-minded people that I can build relationships with?
Well, fuck, man. I mean, we've only have the most connected universe that we've ever had in eternity. It's not that hard. You know, it's hard because you're saying it's hard. It's not that hard. What are you interested in? Oh, you're clearly interested in personal development. There's whole entire cultures built around personal development. I happen to run one, RTA Syndicate. It's a massive fucking culture. But there's plenty of others as well. Are you interested in fitness? Fitness has a great culture. There's lots of people that you can meet, you know, like there's groups that you can join that, you know, like a lot of people come into RTA and they join the group and they start learning shit. And then all of a sudden, like some of their best friends become people who are in RTA. And now you got some great friends that are aligned with you on what it is that you want. You know, I can empathize with this question because, you know, I had a lot of friends when I started my business. And as my business progressed, I had less and less friends. And I went through this phase where what he's talking about, right around his same age too, where I felt like I had no friends. And the reason I felt like I had no friends is because my priorities in my life were not aligned with what my old friends' lives were. And that's not a knock on them.
Yeah.
Still love them. They're great friends. But like you feel lonely when you're the only one on a certain path, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's important for you to recognize that you need to be friends with people who are on your path so you have shit in common to talk about. Like I got to a certain point in business where I would go to dinner with old friends and like they'd say, well, how's business going? I start talking about it and they perceive it as bragging.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
well,
right.
you just fucking asked me, bro. I'm just telling you.
Right.
You know, so it's very hard to have genuine relationships with people that aren't on the same path as you. So I would suggest looking into some groups that you are interested in. Maybe you're into motorcycles, join a motorcycle group. Maybe you're into fitness, join a gym. You know, start following some of the fitness hashtags. You know, there's lots of ways to meet people, bro. And like, you know, if you want to meet people online, don't be a fucking creep. Like, don't be sending fucking DMs being like, oh, hey, I saw you and I wanted to be your friend.
Right.
Like, that's not how the fuck it works, bro. You get engaged in their comment section, you know, start supporting them. They show you some love back and you kind of let it foster from there. But I empathize with this guy because like, dude, I went through that phase too and it fucking sucks.
Let me ask you this. Would you say too, like, I feel like you had mentioned we're more connected now than ever, but I think that's also, there's a detriment there though, right? Like we are connected, but we're still
not in reality.
Not exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I think that's important. That's why it's important to, you know, I'm talking about actually making the introduction.
The initial
has never been easier.
Yeah.
But the actual fostering the real relationship has actually never been harder. So I could get that. You know, important thing to remember too in entrepreneurship, personal development is there's that saying, you know, it's lonely at the top. Okay, motherfucker. Are you at the top? Do you know? Are you up there? How's the weather up there?
Right.
All right.
Right.
You don't fucking know if it's lonely at the top because you ain't at the fucking top. You're just repeating some shit that somebody else said. So let me tell you how it actually works. When you start out, you got lots of friends. And then you go down this path and you get to a point where, you know, your friends are like, man, you're obsessed, or man, what, you know, when you get a real job, like they told me, or when you're going to give up on these dreams, and they start pulling you back. So you fucking cut them loose and you keep going down the path and you find yourself here. Okay. And you got some success. You built some things. You're doing okay. And you're like, fuck, it's true. It's lonely at the top. No, motherfucker, you are misjudging the top. You are in the middle of a phase. Okay. Because your business is not number one in the world. You're not the fucking top. You're in a phase. You have outgrown your original friends and you have yet to connect with the friends at the next level. Okay. I call this no man's land. Entrepreneurs spend a lot of time in no man's land because they are constantly leveling up. Now, what will happen is if you keep going, you will end up aligning with a group of people who are all on the same path as you, and your friendships will be far more rewarding, way more fun, just better in general in every single way. Okay. And you'll have a healthier, happier group of friends because everybody's aligned. All right. But here's what happens again, right? So if you want to fucking level up and you want to keep going, shift that right over here. And it works the exact same way again. You start outgrowing these first tier success friends. All right. And the difference is these first tier success friends usually don't hate on you for trying to get bigger. They usually support you. Yeah. So it actually it's not the same in the beginning. Only in the beginning do they hate. But they might get a little jealous, but in general, they'll support you because they think it's cool and it's inspiring, right? But you'll find yourself a little bit detached from these guys and not quite on this level yet, right? And the process will repeat. And that process will repeat as long as you want to go until you find yourself with Elon Musk at fucking dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's where the fuck it ends.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, you know, that saying is total bullshit.
Yeah.
And anybody who says it doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Nor are they there.
No, they're not there. Look at their fucking life, bro.
It's only you're in your mom's basement.
Listen, bro,
what the fuck you mean?
You never ever hear someone truly successful say that fucking saying. They don't fucking say it because it ain't true. You only hear people who have quit on their own dreams, their own desires, their own things that they've wanted their entire life, okay, and given up. That's who you hear it from. And they use it as an excuse, just like I mentioned a couple questions ago about how people hide behind God for the reason why they don't do shit. Those people will use this as an excuse and be like, you know what? I did that. It was so lonely at the top. I'd rather have great friends. You don't even know what great friends are because you haven't earned the great friends. When you go through this process, bro, these people at the beginning, these are just motherfuckers you hang out with. These are people that you can tolerate. These are people that you drink beer with or smoke weed with and you have a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not your fucking real friends. Those people aren't supporting you. They're not helping you. They're not making calls on your behalf. They're not fucking helping you finance your next business. Those are not your fucking friends, bro. In fact, they're asking, why aren't you showing up to drink? Right. Why aren't you showing up to smoke this and that? You know, like they're pulling you back. Okay. So you have to understand your real friends, you haven't even met them yet because your real friends, you have to go through this fucking no man's land to find the people that you truly align with that will help you progress your life. And that's the thing. So like, you know, don't tell me about friends when you ain't even had any yet.
Well, guys, that's the show, man.
Yeah.
That was 3. We'll pay the fee.
Yep. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.